Who is Bernard Baruch, and why do we need to know about him? You may have heard of Bernard Baruch, especially if you're interested in economics or finance. However, there are not that many resources available on him. Most people don't even know who he is, let alone know about his life story. So in this video, we'll talk about who Bernard Baruch is and what made him famous. So stay with me until the end of the video to find out more about him. Bernard Baruch was born on May 19, 1870, in New York City, USA, as Bernard Mans Fetterman. He died on June 15, 1965, at the age of 95. He was an American financier, businessman, and political consultant known for his role as a member of the U.S. delegation to the Paris Peace Conference after World War I, and for his close association with U.S. Presidents Franklin D. Roosevelt and Harry S. Truman. In addition, Baruch was a key figure in the development of the Federal Reserve System and is considered one of the founders of modern investment banking. But it wasn't always easy for him. In fact, he had to overcome many challenges and setbacks to achieve success. He faced racism and anti-Semitism early in his career, but he didn't let it stop him from pursuing his goals. Instead, he used it as motivation to work harder and prove himself. His hard work and determination paid off. He became one of the most successful financiers of his time and was called the architect of the modern world. Baruch was also a philanthropist who donated generously to various causes, including civil rights and the arts. He was also a Zionist who believed in the establishment of a Jewish state in Palestine. Later in life, he became an advocate for peace and disarmament. Baruch was a highly influential person and was involved in some of the most important events of the 20th century. He was a close friend and advisor to Presidents Franklin D. Roosevelt and Harry S. Truman, and played a key role in shaping their policies. He was also a major player in the financial markets and helped to develop the Federal Reserve System, which is still in existence today. Now let's take a look at some of the highlights of his life and career. Born in New York City in 1870, Baruch attended Columbia University, where he studied political economy and law. After graduating, he went to work for his father's brokerage firm, but soon struck out on his own. In the early 1900s, he founded his own investment banking firm, Bernard M. Baruch & Company. The firm quickly became one of the most successful on Wall Street, and Baruch became known as the architect of the modern world. In addition to his work in finance, Baruch was also active in public life. He served on the U.S. delegation to the Paris Peace Conference after World War I, and helped to negotiate the Treaty of Versailles. He was also a close advisor to Presidents Franklin D. Roosevelt and Harry S. Truman, and played a key role in shaping their economic policies. For example, he was one of the architects of the New Deal, Roosevelt's series of programs and reforms designed to help the United States recover from the Great Depression. He was also a major player in the development of the Federal Reserve System, which is still in existence today. Beyond his professional life, Baruch was also a philanthropist who donated generously to civil rights, education, and the arts. He was also a Zionist who believed in the establishment of a Jewish state in Palestine. Later in life, he became an advocate for peace and disarmament. Baruch died in 1965 at the age of 95. He left behind a complex legacy. Some people saw him as a brilliant financier and statesman who helped to shape the 20th century. Others criticized him for his close ties to the military-industrial complex and his support for U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War. Nonetheless, there is no doubt that Bernard Baruch was one of the most influential Americans of his time, and his story is an important part of American history. If you want to learn more about him, I suggest reading his biography or watching a documentary about his life. You can also explore his papers, which are housed at the Bernard M. Baruch Presidential Library Museum in Columbia, Missouri. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.